Hello, lovelies! If you are seeing this, you are catching the replay, so drop a replay in the comments for me. Ooh, I'm so excited to be here with you! So, this is going to be brief because we're about to head out the door to karate, but I had about 15-ish minutes that I could talk to you for a little bit, and I wanted to. So, a question that has come up recently is, Sarah, what is the biggest secret to your success? And honestly, it's a cliche question with a cliche answer. But that's because it's true. So, honestly, my knee-jerk answer is cycle syncing. Like, there's a reason that I teach it. There's a reason that I teach it across the board. It's not just business women that I teach cycle syncing to. Do I like teaching cycle syncing to business women? Heck yes, I do, because I watch their businesses soar. I watch it come from a place of ease and flow at that when they start to cycle sync. But that's not actually the secret to my success. Like, I would like it to be the number one secret to my success, but it's just not. Hi, Amy. Ooh, hi, Angela. Oh, I'm so glad you all are here. Hello, hello, hello. Drop me a comment. Tell me hello. If this is your first time watching me live, please tell me first time in the comments so that I can welcome you into my world. And if you watch me sometimes, I would hope you would still say hi because we hang out and stuff. So, oh my gosh, Amy! She just made a group! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Amy is in Honeypot, and we are talking about all of the different ways to have different honeypots online that you can just reach into and pull money out of on a regular basis. And so she just took a huge first step. Everybody congratulate Amy in the comments. This is amazing. Wow. Woo! I'm so excited for you. Okay. So the two cliche answers, I guess, to what is the biggest secret to my success is cycle syncing, because obviously I would not be here without it. I had a business. I still have it before I started my coaching business. And it was kind of a love-hate relationship. It was very much a push-pull relationship with this business of like, yes, I'm gung-ho and I'm excited, and no, this freaking sucks. What's wrong with you? Cycle syncing fixed that. But there's something even deeper that lies beneath that. That is the thing that makes it go. Like, cycle syncing makes it come from a place of ease and flow. It makes me understand why I do things the way I do. It makes me understand the masculine and the feminine energetics of my business, of my body, of my relationship with my husband, of my relationship with my clients, of my relationship with money, of my relationship in my bedroom. Like, all of these different pieces, cycle syncing is like at the core of it. And then underneath of it, it's like the beautiful vehicle. Cycle syncing is a beautiful vehicle that makes it drive. But underneath of it are these wheels that look pretty standard. Like, yes, there are luxury tires out there, but they don't look a whole lot different than the Michelins. And so the luxury tires underneath the cycle syncing that makes the vehicle go, that makes the business go, is that if I get knocked down 7 times, I get up 8. And this has really, really, really been driven home for me in the last week. So my 4-year-old, she will be 5 in October. My oldest daughter is currently 4. I have 2 sons first, and then I have 2 daughters, and my oldest daughter is 4. And last summer, she got, well, first she started with her brother's secondhand Strider bike. And she did all right with it, but like the bearings in it needed replaced, and so we just bought her a new pink one. That one was yellow. This one's pink last summer. And so she had from like July until when it got cold and we quit riding bikes really to kind of get used to it. And she was doing really, really, really well on it this spring. And so actually one of my anchors for my biggest month of my life this spring was I went and bought her a new bike that was, taller than a Strider bike. And it's like purple and it has this beautiful white seat and it had the tassels off of the handlebars. Like it was the dream, 4-year-old girl bike, right? All the things. And it had training wheels, because while she has the balance piece down, the balance piece is there on a shorter bike, and she did not have pedals down yet. So as you're learning pedals, this is, my third time having a child learn how to ride a bike, and so I know how this goes. You might have the balance piece down because of the balance bike, but now you have to learn how to make one foot go up while one foot goes down, and then make that one come around and up at the same time while the other one goes down, and make the other one come up and around while the other one goes down. And pedals take a lot, like they do. And just in the same way that the balance takes a lot, because I'm watching my 2-year-old now on her sister's old balance bike, and she's got the balance pretty decent, but the steering is like this whole other animal that she has to figure out. Like, how do I steer it this way? And how do I continue to balance and not fall over, and all the things. And so for the first 6 or 8 weeks that my 4-year-old had her new bike with all of the pretties on it, she had the training wheels on as she's trying to learn pedals. And now we have gravel in our driveway, and we have the county road, which is paved, but she can't just go ride on the county road, because people actually go pretty fast on our county road, because it's paved probably. So she couldn't just go out and practice on the county road. And we live on a bit of an incline, and with her not being familiar with pedals, I'm like, you're not going to be able to stop. And so she had to learn a lot of how the pedals actually work in the driveway in the gravel. But she got the pedals down pretty good, and we have a small hill behind our house that's also gravel, but it's more compact dirt than it is gravel. So it's not quite so, you know how tires kind of slip in gravel a little bit, especially when they're, narrow bike tires. So on the hill behind the house, and it's a slight hill, it's not a big hill, it's a slight hill, she was able to start to use the pedals like she's supposed to. And so my husband was like, hey, she's doing really good. I'm going to take the training wheels off. And this was like beginning of July. He took the training wheels off, and it was not something that she was doing very, very well with. And so like we would go on a walk on the road, and she wouldn't even bring the bike because she just didn't want to. She's like, I don't want to do that. I'll walk with you, Mom. I was like, okay, babe. Well, last week we took off and went on a walk in the morning because it's finally cooler enough, and we don't have co-op right now, and we are done with swim lessons finally. And so last week I was like, hallelujah, we can get back to taking a morning walk. Oh boy, Facebook's probably going to flag me for singing. Copyright infringement. Anyway, and so we went on a walk, and we're on the initial first small hill, and then it levels out, but the initial by our house is a small hill, and it's paved. And so she's going, and she knows how to use the brakes, but she's tall enough that she can't really get her foot down to stop, and so she wrecks to stop. And I make them pull over and stop anytime a car comes. And so all of Monday last week, she had to wreck in order to stop. And all of Tuesday last week, she had to wreck in order to stop. And she's still not confident enough in herself to even get going again. So then she either has to wait for her brother, or she has to walk back to wherever I am so that I can hold her steady enough that she can get momentum and go again. So I give her like the slightest little push still, and she's very reliant on it. But in order to stop, she had to fall over. And then she'd have to come find me or her brother so that we could give her the slightest little push to get her going again. But the balance is there, and the pedals are there. Now we just have to learn how to stop. And I'm so freaking proud of her, because we have walked, actually I can look at my Fit tracker on my phone. We have walked every single day for over a week now. And so she's been on a bike with me every single day for over a week now. For the most part now, she can stop without wrecking. She still needs someone to balance her while she gets on and gets momentum going so she can go forward. But she's no longer wrecking in order to stop. And I have watched her with such awe in the last little over a week, just watching. She doesn't quit. Like, we started letting her wear her brother's knee pads because she was going to, take out her jeans really fast. But she didn't quit. I'm so proud of her that she didn't quit because she wrecked once, or because she wrecked 8 times, or because she wrecked 20 times. Honestly, she has probably wrecked 50 times. in order to stop, because that's how many cars come by. But she hasn't stopped. And the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? People ask what the secret to my success is. And yes, learning social media marketing is huge. Yes, learning money pots and funnels is huge. Yes, learning cycle syncing literally is the vehicle that makes the business drive for me and any woman that I work with. But the tires underneath of it, the things that are necessary so that you're not just grounded in a bad way. Usually grounded in my world is a really good thing. But anyway, so that your rims are not sitting on the asphalt, is that I don't stop. Had a thread last week that went very, very split with my audience. Some people understood exactly what I meant, and some people really, really didn't. I could have quit. I could have been like, I don't say things in a way that people understand. I'm done. But instead, I stepped away. I stayed in my power. I did not try and defend my position. And I kept going. I got on the bike again, just like my daughter. Last year, I had somebody on Instagram, because literally, I do not have a bipolar diagnosis. I have never had a mental health diagnosis because I stay away from doctors for the most part. I use a naturopath, I use a chiropractor. I don't go to places for diagnoses for like anything. So when I tell you I had postpartum depression and anxiety, that is self-diagnosed, but all the symptoms match. I have never had a diagnosis of multiple personality disorder or bipolar disorder. But last year on Instagram, I made a story series that said, actually it may have been the 10 posts, also the carousel, that said something along the lines of, have you ever felt like you're going one way and it's going swimmingly, and then all of a sudden you're going another way and it's like the polar opposite? And the quote was, to myself, speaking to myself, you bipolar or something? And somebody took it and jumped me on Instagram. It happens, because she has an actual bipolar diagnosis, and it was insensitive of me to speak like that. And yet, if you don't understand how your body works, it can feel like there are multiple people inside of you. Like, oh my gosh, yesterday I was able to take 4 kids an hour away to Target and to Hobby Lobby and to Ross and I guarantee you in 2 weeks, if I tried to do that, I would be a sobbing puddle 30 minutes from the house. I wouldn't have even made it to the town that has all of the stores. If you don't understand your cycle, you will feel like you have multiple personalities. And I don't mean it derogatively. I don't mean it insensitively. I mean that maybe you don't actually even have a mental health problem. You just need to learn how your body works. You might have a mental health problem. I am not someone to say you do or you don't. But somebody jumped me then and there because I used it as a comparison factor, when no, I have not had that diagnosis, but I have felt as close to the Google bullet list of these are the symptoms as you can get. I have felt it. Genuinely, I have felt it. And when I learned cycle syncing, it evaporated. It completely went away and my life made so much sense. But I could have stopped at that point last year after somebody called me out on Instagram, put it in her stories, put it on her newsfeed, asking me to address it and fix it and delete the post. I said it might be polarizing. I'm going to leave the post. I apologize for hurting you. But I did not stop my brand. I did not stop marketing what I have to offer. I kept going. I took the moment to feel the feelings of somebody doing that. And then I kept going. Just like my daughter, getting on a bike again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And this is no secret. This is why some people will say, well, Sarah, that's the most cliche answer you could have possibly given. This is clickbait. It's not new. Thomas Edison, what was it, 3,000 times that he found 3,000 ways to not make a light bulb? We have lights. They're all over. This is the secret to anyone who is successful, success. They don't stop because somebody made a bad comment, because something they said didn't resonate with all of their audience, because they had a launch that nobody bought. And I don't even call that a failed launch. I have a lot to say about that, and it's coming in the next month or so. This is how success happens. You keep going. Maybe you're marketing something. Maybe you're thinking about marketing something, and you're afraid that nobody's going to buy it. I guarantee you that's still not a failed launch. And I guarantee you that if you keep showing up and you keep marketing whatever it is, somebody will buy it, because you will get better at what you do. You will resonate with the right people. The right people will find you because you keep showing up. That audacity is magnetic. Keep going. And if you'd like more information on cycle syncing, jump in Messenger. I'd be happy to give it to you. Okay, I get to go take children to karate, and I'm so excited. But I love you all, and I will see you soon.